Now, and time for our Monday Family First. In this week's edition, we're talking about post-holiday traditions. The season of giving rapidly closing down for another year, but does it have to? As parents, we try to make sure our children are learning a few valuable lessons when it comes to giving and receiving presents, and that goes for long after Christmas as well. Take a look. Hopefully your kids know by now that the holidays are more than just getting a bounty of toys under the tree or by the menorah.
I think it's really critical to help kids understand that all of these things, like a gift, are exactly that. It's a nice thing to have. And there are many kids in the world who don't have opportunities to receive things. And we don't want to harp on our kids well, this is what happens for other kids. We want to meet them where they are and say, honey, is this a nice thing that you didn't have the day before?
Rob Ketter says that's how you can keep the glad tidings going. And it starts with a trade. Maybe your kids can get in the habit of replacing old toys with the new ones. And what can you do with the old toys? Just because the holiday is over doesn't mean the gift giving has to stop. Where to go? That's simple, as in supersimple.com, which lists a few places that need support year-round. And it's more than just Goodwill and Salvation Army. Consider refugee organizations taking care of displaced children and domestic violence shelters for women and kids. There are a few guidelines. For starters, don't donate anything with missing pieces or are broken. Or dirty, obviously. But remember to check if the toy has been recalled by the company, and consider baby toys aren't the cleanest when it comes to hygiene. I think we all know that babies love to put everything in their little mouths, and those are the used toys that you want to pass on. If you have an unwanted new untouched gift, even better. In the end, the toys are great, but allowing your kids to see the value in passing on gifts and gain the gift of empathy, well, that's what the holidays are all about.
I know a lot of families that I work with clinically are very mindful and focus on trying to create modest holidays where it's not as much about the gift giving or the gifts that are received, but really the opportunity of hey, we did a thing. How cool is that? And isn't that awesome?
This kind of all stems from a conversation I had with one of our bosses a few weeks ago that we were talking about how everyone kind of gets together and figures out how to help kids and families in need during the holiday season. You know, folks who maybe don't have as much, or kids who, toy drives obviously are huge, but what do we do the rest of the 12 months out of the year? Kind of slows down a little bit. And so that kind of got the Family First juices rolling in my head. Okay, so what can we do, at least for January, and teach a couple of lessons to the kids to say, hey, you know what? This can keep going, and you can learn a little empathy and get some good stuff, a good extra mileage out of this holiday season, as the case may be.
For sure.
One of the things that I loved pre-Christmas and even afterward that wasn't a tradition in my house growing up, but a lot of families are doing now, is they're leaving some of their gently used toys for Santa to pick up, to take back to the North Pole.
It's a great way of doing it.
For kids to kind of help him with his supply and benefit other kids, and there's no saying that you can't do that kind of after
That's
Christmas.
a fantastic storyline as well, and it does. And remember, the goal here is it gets your kids involved in sharing and spreading the wealth instead of just receiving. You're giving as well. No time like early to get those kids learning that lesson, right?